Tell me, Scorps, do you really think there were gonna be no consequences for what you did to me? Be gone.
Hey, I already know what you guys are thinking.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
It's been 6 months since I covered the time I was squished spider senseless by Scorpion. But I'll just let you know now, the wait was worth it, because this is about to be a certified Spidey slap. Let's swing right into the time I spun back on Scorpion and stopped holding back. So we starting off in the middle of a car chase with the 1/10 gang, featuring their fraudulent leader Big Don, my homie Lonnie Lincoln, and a bunch of random underlings. Their main mission is to hijack this Oscorp truck and steal a bunch of high-tech weapons. Mind you, said weapons don't even belong to Norman or Oscorp. All the inventions in this truck were designed by none other than Otto Octavius himself. But his old pal Norman snitched on him and set him up. Bro got locked up by his friend and then emoted on him. Great going, Normie. Who do you think's gonna have to deal with the demon you just created when he breaks out in season 2? It's just funny that all these different groups are beefing over stuff that doesn't belong to any of them. The other gang involved is called the Scorpions. No need for me to tell you who their leader is, the name already spoiled. So Don is absolutely wildin' on the road, and Lonnie, being the only one with a good head on his shoulders, keeps telling him to chill out before he hurts anyone else. But he ain't hearing none of it, as he continues to crash out. The guy driving the Oscorp truck just trying to get away from the crash, but he ends up running a light and crashing right into a tax, and that collision sends him right towards my best friend Nico, who just so happened to be chilling by the scene. Wednesdays. Nico freezes and drops to the ground in absolute shock as her life flashes before her eyes. And then just for a split second as she holds up her lucky pendant, you get a glimpse of greatness. Spidey, the GOAT, swings in, catches the truck, and saves her life. Per usual, the timing couldn't have been better. You guys know how it goes. I just happened to be in the neighborhood. And what an astonishing way to showcase the new suit. Gotta say, nothing beats the classic suit. And this show absolutely cooked with this one. I mean, it just looks so clean. I just can't help but notice, they create all these different suits. And you know, some of them look pretty swaggy, but there is just something about the good old red and blue with this spider symbol that it just always does it for me, man. I don't know. But Nico found out I was Spider-Man literally like 2 days before this happened, so she was absolutely baffled. Imagine staring death right in the eyes, and then a split second later, your nerdy best friend catches a semi-truck with his bare hands looking like an absolute god. Moments like these will have people doing shit like this.
I'm gonna ride with a stick and I'm gladly gliding this right on my hip. I spin it back on that bitch and she gladly gliding all over my tip.
Alright, maybe not that far, but you get the gist. I will say, the animation and art style in this show is definitely an acquired taste. It looked kinda off at first, but it grew on me. You just gotta give it a chance. There are definitely some times where it looks chopped, but then there's shots like this, where the aura is just immaculate, full glaze. I scoop Nico up and swing her to safety before I get to scuffling, because I don't want her to have to witness what I'm about to do to the ops. The 1/10 feeling on top of the world, thinking they took a fat dub. But look how fast that changed with my web touchdown. Completely shifted bro's whole emotional state in one frame. Look at these gangsters putting on a front like they ain't scared of nothing, just for a little guy dressed like this to make them all soil themselves in an instant. You just know these dudes hate to see me coming. I make an example of Longface by webbing him to a street lamp, not heeding my warning whatsoever. Mary Drugs rushes at me like she wants a big hug or something. So I jump up and make her give me a piggyback ride, then I web her and this guy together. Another mid-mosquito comes buzzing in behind me, so I flip and vault off him and then one-shot the remaining cannon fodder. Had to make sure they knew I brought enough webbing for the whole class this time, because last time I ran out, and that's actually the only reason I lost. Then I see Lonnie. Just look at this guy. He looks like a lost puppy. He's fighting for the wrong side. You can easily tell he does not want to be a part of this. So of course, I gotta go and try and talk him out of it. While I'm pulling up, just look how easily I get this guy up out of my way. Weave and web. No look, mid-talk, no jutsu is insane. I'm him. Oh yeah, and peep their big bad leader, Donnie Boy, just standing there watching his men get packed up like a true king. Like, man, get out! My Spidey senses go off, and I see the green tail of doom and despair, and here come the flashbacks. But I can't fold now. It's get back time. Off rip, his slimy ass tries to sneak Lonnie, but I tackle him out of harm's way. The gangs charge at each other like in Captain America Civil War, except this was more like Captain Crip uncivil squabble. Can't even lie, some of these guys were really throwing hands. Even Don. I guess it's okay to be a coward if you're this massive, because he was looking like prime Kingpin out there, straight working these Scorp minions. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to calm myself down. I don't know what's going on, but my anxiety is the size of Big Don right now. I am genuinely confused. All I'm thinking is, come on, Spidey, you ain't never been no bitch, so why are you bitching? You were all tough barking in the mirror this morning, weren't ya? Yeah, so what the hell happened?
Well, you know we get after our morning coffee.
No! Now get your ass out there and stand on business, little spider! Scorpion confuses his gimmick and hops over to Don like he's a frog. After he lands on him, little Dong Don gets pinned and headbutted into oblivion. It's something about a nice solid headbutt, bro, because after that, he was waving the white flag, completely ready and willing to sign over the rights to his blocks and abandon his men. This is the same move that made Gaara go from this to this. I guess this is why Gampachiro Kamapoko be spamming it. Just before Scorpion can make a Don's brains kebab, I web his tail and say,
Whoa, easy there, Senor Stinger. Did you forget? You said you were gonna finish me off? Bad news. This time,
I'm not holding back. He's just mad because he knows that shit was tough. All it took was for someone to almost be killed for me to man up and join the battle. My body just moves on its own with no consent from my mind when lives are in danger. I'm just like Deku for real. Deku, just like me, he starts trying to fling me around, but I stay grounded this time and rip a right jab off the bat. He catches it, but it's all good. It was actually a decoy. I use the fake out to land a nasty left hook, followed by a disgusting kick to the neck. Luckily for you guys, this isn't One Piece, because I'd be explaining how I pulled this one off for at least 10 minutes. He blocks 2 of my hits, dodges 1, and then tries slicing my ear off like Mikasa did to Bartholomew that one time. But of course, I
missed block.
whipped. Hit him with my signature move, the old web in the eyes. He goes for another stinger swinger, so I duck and go to counter it, but he uses his tail as a pogo stick and knees me square in the gut. Before I can catch my breath, he punts me across the map into a building. And right here, you can see what I mean with the frame rate drop. I mean, it's pretty bad. I'm no expert in animation, but this does not look very yummy to my eyes. Anyways, he immediately follows that disrespectful combo up with 2 stinger attacks that I dodge with ease. It cuts back to Lonnie helping up his sorry-ad leader, and he says,
Scorpions are destroying our guys, and I don't know how long Spider-Man can distract that lunatic.
as long as you need, kid. This guy sucks. You can tell he's tapped out. He's got the same face Lonnie had in the beginning. And then he says,
Getting the hell out of here.
yeah, we all saw through your little act, Donnie. No one's shocked. Except Lonnie. He seems a little thrown off. Yo, Lon, you think your coach would have abandoned you in the middle of a blowout? Yeah, nah, you should have stuck with football. John speeds off, and thankfully, that is the last time we'll be seeing him. Lonnie, being the only useful member of the clan, gets back to the main objective and starts going through the truck with all the futuristic gadgets, looking for anything that can help them make a late-game comeback. Because the Scorpion's high-key dog-walking them right now. Not to beat to my own drum or anything, but if I wasn't here, it'd be an absolute blowout, and their leader would be dead, so count your blessings. He knocks over a briefcase, breaking open one of the gadgets, and blue gas starts spreading throughout the truck. Spoiler warning for anyone that doesn't know anything about Spider-Man. This stuff's gonna turn him into Tombstone. Well, that's if it doesn't put him under one first. Lonnie starts choking and passes out in the truck, and it cuts back to the main battle, where I'm just repeatedly renewing my Weave Nation certificate. Scorps notices I'm locked in because I'm not yapping up a storm like usual. You guys know better than anyone. When Spider-Man isn't rambling, probably get to scrambling. But he doesn't quite understand yet, so he continues rushing me. So I continue spamming Weave to tire him out. Strength is a no-brainer, but when it comes to stamina, you can't see me at all, little bro. You might as well wrap it up, tuck your tail, and waddle on back to your hole. I see Lonnie fall out of the Oscorp truck and try going to check on him, but Scorpion stops me in my tracks and says, "Where do you think you're going?" Whoa, what? Hold on. My answer might shock you. Nowhere. He lights himself up and passes out, giving me a window to make sure the homie's alive.
You good, dog?
You kinda gotta be. I don't know CPR.
Then out of nowhere, Scorpion does an Undertaker animation. Like, bro, was this really necessary? Bro was definitely feeling like Dax after a music video shoot.
Why you acting like a bitch?
Because I gave you too many chances to understand that. Shut that shit up!
Lonnie starts to regain consciousness and says,
Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's right. Great job, buddy. Man, I thought you were cooked there for a good minute.
I get caught lacking, because my spider sense failed to warn me that I was about to get snatched by the neck.
Oh, here we go. You only ever acknowledge my presence when I up.
That's a bold-faced lie, and you know it. I thank you every day for saving my ass.
Well, you have to call me out in front of all these people. That was mean. You're mean.
Come on. I was just... All right, okay. Enough! I'm sorry, Spidey senses. I should have talked to you off screen about it. Aha! I knew it! And you missed, you faker!
Spider should never take its eyes off a scorpion.
Yeah, well, I got senses you could never fathom.
Scorpion twists my wrists inside out as he strangles me with his tale of tragedy and torment. And it was quite literally looking like the last page of my story. Until my guy Lonnie clutches up with a W distraction and Scorpion hurls me into the Oscorp truck like I was a mere fastball. Definitely not a comfy way out, but at least I didn't die. I was hoping and assuming Lonnie would book it after helping me get free, but nah, bro wanted all the smoke. Don't get me wrong, mad respect. But sometimes in order to survive, you gotta know when you're outmatched smashed and cut your losses. I know I probably sound like a walking contradiction right now because I'm literally the guy who never ducks a fade no matter the circumstances, but it's different, all right? I have superhuman abilities. He's just an insane athlete with a big heart. When he started walking up on him with this, I knew he was about to get folded. And just as expected, Scorpion impales him with his stinger. But before I could start seeing red and crashing out, Lonnie breaks his stinger with his fucking chest. Bro is not the Man of Steel, but he might just be the Boy of Stone. The Tombstoner powers kicked in faster than a damn edible. He's about to cook. He said, my turn. Yanked him by the tail and wailed his ass. Sent bro absolutely soaring. He was just as bewildered as Scorps and I, because I had no clue that the Tombstoney hotbox bro ripped would give him powers. I thought it was just some toxic gas. But I gotta say, I was ecstatic. Now I got a duo partner that can actually hang with me, and we're already homies? Oh yeah, it's about to be a generational beatdown. Scorpion does the classic anime villain taunt and screams that he's gonna kill both of us. Instead of reacting or responding, me and Broski just put him up and get right to work. This split screenshot of me and Twin right here, absolute cinema. He starts pushing us and we hop over his tail like it's a jump rope. It was threatening before, but it got pretty easy to predict. And now that there's two of us, there's no way I'm letting myself get hit. In the first battle? Never saw anything like it. Very unique and unexpectedly powerful. I'd give it an easy 10 out of 10. But at this point, I'd probably have to rate it T for teens. I hurdle him and web his tail, giving Lonnie a clean opening for this elbow shot to the chin. And I follow that up with a super sick round-off kick. Our chemistry was undeniable. I don't know the extent of Twin's abilities, but he must have somehow gained battle experience, because there's no way he should be moving like this in his first few minutes of having newfound superhuman powers. Unless he's just naturally gifted, unlike me, Asta, and Rock Lee, who had to put in the hours to get to this level. Just look at this guy go.
Dodge, weave, block.
Making it look easy. Mind you, he's keeping up with a villain who did this to me. I assist by holding him back with my webs and just let Lonnie go to town on this clown. He tackles him to the ground, making sure we know how he got that Letterman's jacket, and Scorpion hits a nice reversal, flinging Lonnie off, but I catch him and say,
Yo, nice work out there. I'm sorry? What are you doing? Nice. Tag.
How is bro doing this so effortlessly? It's great and all. We're totally chefing up out there. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't kind of pissing me off. Like, how's he so nonchalant about this? Nothing that's happening is normal. He should have saw me when I first got my powers. I was geeked. This time, we're the ones doing the pushing as we dodge all his attacks like Ultra Instinct is turned up to the max. And as a fellow founder, I'd like to take a minute to welcome Lonnie to the team. He is officially Weave Nation certified. Then we hit a perfectly synchronized co-op finisher, looking like a straight Storm 4 Naruto and Sasuke team. Oh, finally knocking little Scorpion unconscious. And all we can do after is chuckle like two little giggle shits.
This table's rated T for teens, but these hands, T for everyone.
We really went berserk. So crazy, we had the 1/10 foot soldiers all hitting the same common emote. As we're patting ourselves on the back going glaze for glaze, Scorpion must have had a self-revive, because he reawakens and uses his stinger to cut a wire holding these construction beams that we just happen to be conveniently standing directly beneath. And somehow, some way, Lonnie processes it before I do and throws me out of the way. Huh? Do I have complaints about this decision in the script? You bet. Could I have written it better? Probably, yeah. Do I have the power and resources to create my own show at the moment? No. No, so I'll shut my bitch ass up and keep it hauling. Now, we don't know the full extent of Lonnie's abilities just yet, but there is utterly no way he could have survived this one. Regardless, I gotta find out, so I rush over and start digging him out to see if I can still get the res off before he truly becomes a tombstone. But then Scorpion hammers the beams in even more, like he's really giving it his all to secure that life sentence for annihilating a 16-year-old, and then proceeds to taunt my perceptibly deceased homie. And if you guys didn't already assume, that was my tipping point. This was the end of the line for him. Whether he lives or dies is irrelevant. It's been decided. He already lost the fight. Because I was about to transcend the limits I placed upon myself. I was about to stop pulling my punches. But before we take it there, subscribe! Or you're next.
Holding yourself back.
Yeah, I know. Let's see how long you can keep laughing.
I started having flashbacks of the morally questionable advice I received from my sketchy mentor, Mr. Osborne. But as controversial as it may be, it allowed me to do what I had to do to officially get my get back on Search Things Alive. That nefarious flying knee somehow still didn't pound it into his head that I'm not playing around, because he not only continued to mouth off about ending me, but he also threatened everyone I love. Yet another brilliant way to get me to further crash out. So I asked him a valid question before landing a monstrous uppercut.
How do you plan on doing all that from the afterlife?
Fully embracing the true potential of my abilities, I do a super jump, swing off his tail, web down at top speed, and the bottom of my foot's the last thing he saw before being CTE eviscerated into the concrete. I hit him so severely, I couldn't believe he could still move. I guess Doc Ock made the helmet too, because there's no way he wouldn't be brain dead if it was just a regular old helmet. As I walked towards him, warning him not to get up, nothing about me was feeling like my friendly neighborhood self. I was feeling like Gone in this scene. I'm talking straight walk him down webhead. Just look at these mean weaves. I don't think I've ever webbed with so much rage. Flips of terror and tyrant. J. Jonah Jameson is crying tears of joy right now watching me embody Spider Menace. This is probably the most malicious aura Spider-Man has ever given off while wearing red and blue and not the black suit. Standing over Scorpion like he's about to slaughter his family and his whole clan or something.
Tell me, Scorps, you really think there were gonna be no consequences for what you did to me?
Did you bring a helmet this time because you knew it was coming?
Trust me, I know. Hard to conceptualize what you're witnessing, isn't it? To help cope with my savagery, I keep reminding myself how much of a jackass this guy is and that he deserves it. Oh, and that he beat me, a 16-year-old high school kid, to a bloody pulp and almost ended my life. That too. I mean, can't forget that!
I may be slightly traumatized.
I continue walloping him, trying to really hammer in the fact that I am not to be fucked with.
Look at you now! Think you run these streets? This is my city!
Yeah, I know. Hard to interpret the sheer pain this poor pipsqueak must be in right now, huh? You knew this was coming, Scorps. Thought it was a bluff, did you? Would you think Disney would save you from my wrath? Nope! Farewell. Better luck in your next life. I'll tell you to say hi to my Uncle Ben for me, but, well, you aren't gonna end up where he is, that's for sure. As I am finalizing the last chapter of Scorpion's story, I hear Norman's spin on the lesson that drives my actions in almost every other universe playing in my head. That being, with great power comes great respect. And that was enough to send me over the edge.
You're a waste of space! And this world's better off without you in it! So be gone.
He's had enough.
Make sure your bitch ass up and get out the way, bro!
Turned out, Lonnie also had a self-res. Like, I guess I'm the only one who doesn't get one. He steps in front to stop me. And I was like, yo, I'm glad you're alive and whatnot, but whose side are you on anyway? He tried to slaughter us both and I got him knocked right now. Just let me finish him off. But after he calmed me down and made me look at my own reflection, literally, I realized he didn't save Scorpion from me. He saved me from me. He helped me protect my integrity and remember the real reason I am Spider-Man. Man, clap it up for my boy Lonnie. Wow, just wow. Hard to believe this guy's gonna become the infamous Tombstone and try to kill me someday, huh? Nah, but in all seriousness, W storyline. I think the show did a great job of setting up future plot lines, especially for Lonnie and Pete. Like, nobody wants to see this kid go down the wrong path. We all want to see him win. But we also know it's coming. So whatever direction they go with the next season, it's gonna hit different. If you haven't watched the show yet, I highly suggest you do. Once you get used to the art style, it slaps. And if you don't have Disney Plus, which I don't blame you if you don't, because everything is so goddamn expensive. There's other ways, trust. You just gotta find them. But yeah, definitely a pretty cool take on the character. And I won't spoil the end, but wow, it had me absolutely bamboozled. Anywho, if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment #WelcomeDownWebhead, so I know you're a real Spidey and not a fake fighter. Also, of course, let me know what you want me to cover next, whether it's another Spidey show, movie, anime fight scene. I'm open to whatever. I'm trying to be versatile, just like I am with my music. Oh yeah, speaking of, if you haven't heard my brand spanking new album on Spotify, Apple Music, and more, go check that out for me. I got some certified Spidey slaps for your playlist, trust. But yeah, with all that being yapped, that's a wrap. Till next time, my real Spidey.
I love you all. Bye.
Power, I can feel the power. Power, I can feel the power. Power, I can feel the power. I wanna share this power. If I can feel it, you can feel it too. Hear me out and see this through. Log everything out, it's you versus you. Let go of the shit that you've been through. Move on. Only got this life, get a move on. You don't gotta be perfect if you do wrong. Give yourself and remember you're human. Fall to get right back up when too strong. Surging through me, breathing through it, let it all come to the surface. Face to face with my purpose. Never doubted myself, been certain, and that should make them nervous. I'm not sorry if I hit a nerve, cause I deserve this, and now I feel the power. I can feel it. Loving over, my own feelings. Loving over, but I can't feel it. I don't understand this world in the way that it